Sonic 1 had 3 levels per world. Sonic 2 and 3 had 2 levels per world, and they always ended up with the final level. You have to do a boss fight.
Yeah, the boss battle, which is always pretty much with Robotnik himself in some form.
And one thing I loved about the boss battles is they used the environment.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, he's the bad guy, hit him 6 times and it's over. You had to dodge arrows, you had to dodge swinging balls.
There was one where you had to like climb up a totem pole.
Yep.
Yeah, and he was like slowly chopping it down, and it had like fire coming out of one of them. So you had to like jump up and then get on top of the totem pole, and then jump onto the. Because that's typically how you would get him, is jumping on top of him, or jumping into him without him hitting you.
Yeah. The game used standard tropes of platform games of the time as well, like invincibility, speed boost, shield, and of course if you got 100 rings, you're an extra man. This game had continues too.
Yeah.
Which was new at the time. Because once it was game over, it was game over. I didn't realize, continues were a newfound thing. And I think you had 3 continues or 2 continues. I can't remember.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, pretty. I mean, they were following pretty closely, standard video gaming on a couple of those. But I love the ring system.
Yes,
I think that's a beautiful system because it's not as definitive as, say, the rules of Mario.
Yeah,
which is essentially, if you're powered up and you get hit, you lose the power up. If I'm not mistaken, in Japan, it was even harder. Like if you were Leaf Mario and you got hit, it would go all the way down to regular Mario. But on this one, it's kind of like a gradient in a way, like a scale. Because say you get hit and you got 60 rings, okay, you're going to be able to grab a few while you're out, and the more you grab, the more you'll be able to grab if you get hit again. So it's always like having extra life in your pocket if you think about it.
Yeah, that was good mechanic. I just always hated getting hit because you lose everything. You lose every ring that you have. Yeah,
and my other beef, my beef with that is that, like I said, okay, let's say you have 68 rings, and then you hit a thing, and goes bling. You're gonna tell me that is 68 rings on the screen? That's what you're gonna tell me? Dude, there's like 10. They don't give you all the ones that you collected.
No,
because like I was watching a guy earlier who had like 144 rings. Okay, that would flood the screen.
Yeah,
if he got hit. Like the system would probably crash. So they weren't giving you all them rings back. So you're only getting a percentage of them. So that was my one beef with the system. Otherwise, I think it's really fair and works pretty well.
Well, the games had bonus levels, and you needed 50 rings to activate a bonus level. Like Sonic was at the end of the level, and you jump through that giant ring in Sonic 1. Sonic 2, you had to go through the checkpoint system.
The little halo would come on the top, the little rings, and
then you go into like a half pipe speed level, which I loved. I love the concept of that, and I love playing it. But like I said earlier, Tails, man.
Oh yeah, he made it. Well, I'm thinking about it now. I actually remember like using the delay of Tails to my advantage to like grab the ones kind of in the back. Because I knew that when I moved, he was going to move slightly behind me.
Yeah.
So I would stagger myself a little more to the left to grab all the coins or the rings in the middle.
Yeah.
So I remember trying to use him at the best of my advantage, but still, I mean, he would get hit by the mines more than anything. That was mainly all he was doing. So.
Yeah. Because I always remember when you use him, you had to get more rings on that bonus level too.
Oh yeah, because you got 2 people, and I mean they're not even. And it's a computer person. That's terrible.
Yeah. So Sonic 3, you had a giant ring that you had to find, which would take you to a special stage, and I think that was the one with the balls that you had to turn them from red to blue.
Yeah, it was a big checkered sphere, and it had all these red or blue balls that you had to turn over. You had to jump over other barriers that were white, and if you hit one of them, that was it.
Yeah.
So it was pretty strict.
And of course, whenever you hit an enemy, you lose all your rings, and once you're out of rings, you hit an enemy, you lose a life. So in essence, all you needed was one ring.
Yeah, essentially. But and I guess if you had the one, all you need is the one. But if you have the one, it's more likely you're going to lose the one, depending on where you get hit and how you get hit. You could fall, it could go off screen before you can get back to it. So that's why I understand they give you a bunch to throw out there. They throw a few of them out there, but at the same time, like, that's not 144. So you're only getting a part of it. Yeah.